This is Owens Corning ProPINK Complete, an innovative wall system using complete fiberglass insulation and complete fabric. ProPINK Complete is the only system you will need to blow quality insulation into your customers' walls. In this video, we will cover everything you need to know for a professional ProPINK installation: job preparation and equipment, fabric installation, the blowing wool machine, the method of blowing walls, techniques for checking your work, and how to leave your job with a clean, professional look. Job preparation and equipment is important, so prior to going to the job, you will need a pneumatic stapler with automatic mode, a compressor air hose to run the stapler, a step ladder appropriate to the height of the ceiling, and a retractable razor knife. You can extend the life of your stapler by placing 3 or 4 drops of oil in the air connection after every hour of use. An unlubricated stapler could cost you hours of repair time. Before starting each job, take a minute to drain water from the compressor. This water could eventually make it to your stapler and cost you time and money. Your safety equipment should include a dust mask, safety glasses, work gloves, long sleeve shirt, and safety shoes. Hard hats are required in some jurisdictions. Before starting the job, make sure all of the electrical and plumbing has been completed. In addition, any holes in the studs must be sealed. Top and bottom plates and other framing joints must be caulked. The typical blowing machine will have 150 feet of 3-inch hose. When blowing walls, an additional 15 feet of 2-inch hose is attached to allow for flexibility. A metal nozzle is attached to the end of the 2-inch hose and is designed to be able to poke through the fabric and direct the flow of wool. Owens Corning can supply the blown-in wall hose assemblies. Now you're ready to start. Let's begin with the fabric. ProPINK Complete fabric will come in rolls that are 4.5 feet tall and weigh about 40 pounds. Each roll will cover 611 linear feet of wall. This is one way to install the fabric. You may find that other techniques work better for you. When unfolded, the fabric is 9 feet wide. Installation of the fabric is quick and easy with a pneumatic stapler and a step ladder. Pull the fabric across the studs to maintain a wrinkle-free surface. Wrinkles across a stud as well as staples sticking up can create problems for the drywall installer. Staple around windows and doors. Staples should be about 1 inch apart. This prevents the wool from crossing over the stud. If a ceiling is greater than 9 feet tall, the panels can be spliced together. Owens Corning Build Art tape is used to seal the splice. When finished, the ProPINK Complete fabric should have a smooth, wrinkle-free appearance. The typical blowing machine is made up of 3 sections: the hopper, the feed section, and the gate rotary valve and blower assembly. The hopper section is the uppermost part of the machine that holds the open bags of ProPINK Complete loose fill. Do not allow anything to fall into the hopper except blowing wool. The feed section contains the beater bars and auger and serves the function of preconditioning the material and moving it toward the gate. The gate meters the amount of material that will enter the rotary valve. The rotary valve carries the material into the blower section. The blower provides the air that carries the material through the hose. The air bypass regulates the amount of air that is used to transport the materials. It is important to maintain a rotary valve. If you see wool blowing up through the hopper, that is an indication that the seals of the rotary valve need replacement. For most machines, the key settings on the blowing machine are gate opening and air bypass. The gate and air bypass should both be set to 1/2 closed as starting points. You will want to blow between 15 and 20 pounds of ProPINK Complete blowing wool per minute. When loading, avoid bending and twisting at the same time. Use proper lifting techniques and always lift from the knees. When loading the machine prior to blowing a wall, bags should be slit along the short sides first, then along the front edge. The material should expand out of the bag and into the hopper. Do not reach hands into the hopper, and take care not to drop the knife into the hopper as well. Inside the house, insert the nozzle through the fabric and into the cavity, pointing it downward in the middle. Turn on the blowing machine. Sweep the nozzle back and forth to get an even fill. Keep the end of the nozzle about 6 to 12 inches above the wool. When the wool is within 6 inches of the insertion point, turn the nozzle upward and fill the upper half of the cavity. Be careful not to fill the cavity too full, or you could pop staples and allow material to cross over studs, making it difficult to install drywall. Not filling enough will create light spots and holes. Obstructions such as wires, pipes, or electrical boxes can create light spots. Be sure to fill these spots as they occur. While installing the walls, periodic density checks must be done. Each bag of ProPINK Complete contains a coverage chart that will show the R value that can be achieved for a given wall construction and density. Blowing to correct density is critical to achieving the correct R value for the customer and in creating a good surface for the drywallers. The Inspect-R gauge is a patented meter that uses compressed air to non-destructively test the density of a ProPINK Complete wall. Take the Inspect-R gauge out of the case and connect it to the compressor. Flip the air switch on. Adjust the regulator to read 10 psi on the small gauge. Turn the air switch off and confirm that the large gauge reads 0. If not, use a small screwdriver to adjust. You are now ready to check the ProPINK Complete density. Identify 5 unobstructed cavities on each floor of the house. Place the Inspect-R against the studs of the cavity being inspected. Make sure that the Inspect-R is setting cleanly on the stud surface. Flip the air switch on and read the gauge. Look to the right of the gauge to find the air pressure to density R value table. Take 6 readings per cavity and average the number to get an accurate R value. ProPINK Complete fiberglass and fabric, along with the Owens Corning Inspect-R gauge, is the only blown-in wall system that allows you to quickly and non-destructively certify your work. Other systems require the time-consuming process of cutting out sections of the wall to be weighed. With Inspect-R, the installer knows accurately and in seconds how well he filled the cavity. The Inspect-R gauge is not calibrated for any other system except ProPINK Complete. To complete the job, after all of the cavities are filled, use a razor knife to cut away fabric from windows, doors, and electrical boxes. Chink in windows and doors with pink fiberglass insulation, such as OC Sill Sealer. Running a broom over the fabric will remove any debris and will smooth out the surface of your job. The ProPINK Complete system requires minimal cleanup and no water or adhesives are introduced into the cavity. Since ProPINK Complete is blown behind the fabric, there is no recycling of waste material. Be certain to check your local building code and install a vapor retarder if it is required. Don't forget to certify your ProPINK Complete wall with the Inspect-R data when you are finished. ProPINK Complete with a patented Inspect-R gauge, an innovative new system from Owens Corning that is neat, generates no waste, and requires no special equipment. Still another way, Owens Corning is working with you to provide innovations for living.